Hello, welcome back to another video. Before we get into this, I just want to say that my melee build should have been updated. Just go to the Games Lantern link, or just my Games Lantern account, and you should find it. So yeah, anyways, let's get into this. So I do actually have two builds for this video. They are basically the same. It's literally just Stim Dependency versus what's it called? Vulture's Mark? Yeah. So yeah, those are the only differences really. This I'll get onto it later. Anyways, for weapon, I'd actually recommend the combat blade with the Mark III. Yes, this is all wrong. Mark III combat blade with uncanny and precog. Honestly, you probably should replace precog with like crit chance, or like either is fine or post instead of precog. We use carapace unyielding, dump stat mobility. That's just your usual knife. This thing's sole purpose is literally just to kill crushers, really, when you don't have your stim and thing ability up. Otherwise, it doesn't really do much. Also, just your pushing tool, like dogs and bursters. So, dual auto pistols. You want to dump mobility, and we're going on yielding and flak. You could replace flak with carapace, that would be an okay idea. But I prefer just killing everything really quickly, especially since it helps with captains. For blessings, we're going to go Blaze Away and Speed Load. Blaze Away is just obviously an insane amount of damage for free. And Speed Load because reloading is basically our only DPS like limiting factor when it comes to this build. Because we have infinite ammo, rending is decent, so yeah. Speed Load is just really valuable. For Curios, 1 stamina, 2 toughness. Although this build, it'd be really easy to use 3 toughness because you aren't using your stamina much besides like blocking occasionally, I guess, but like honestly there's no need for it. And as usual, we're going combat ability regen, revive speed and toughness. On to the talents. So because of this change, you actually have to take this now, which clogs up this build slightly because you then have to take this. But let's just go through this build first. So we're taking basically every ranged talent. Chem grenades because they're broken, but you could use blackout, maybe even boombringer because it was buffed. I haven't really tested it, but chem grenades are still the best, which I would always take. And it's for this build. We're just trying to take as few points here as possible, so we're just going straight through. We're taking gunslinger improved because ammo. We're taking both of these long lasting so that we have a 20-second stim, which means 20 seconds of rending, and toughness boost because I mean, if you just look at this, right now we have 184, and if we take this off, we're down to 147. So this thing accounts for a lot of our toughness, which is why we're keeping it. And then we're taking Enhanced Desperado with Pick Your Targets. And honestly, Focused Resolve is okay, but if there's anywhere else you want to put this in your build, that's totally good too. Like, this is kind of just a spare point I have ever since I can't take these too easily anymore. So yeah, really just put this wherever you want. I just put in Focus Resolve because it's the only somewhat good place to like increase my DPS, I guess. It's still a work in progress, kind of. I don't know where to put this point. On this left side, we're taking all of our usual stuff, and we aren't taking hypercritical because we don't really need it. Our hits don't do that much damage. It would save like 1 bullet per enemy maybe. So we do have to end up taking moving target, which isn't that good, but like, what choice do we have? Why are they taking hypercritical with this? And then Vulture's Mark, which is, in my opinion, it's a safer option compared to Chemical Dependency. This is more like what you would use in Havoc. The builds are literally the same, it's just I swap them out like that. So yeah, that's the only difference with the build. We're taking Patient Hunter because 8 seconds isn't that long, 12 seconds is just much nicer. It's a lot easier to maintain, and Vulture's Dodge because it's really fun to use, honestly. You could replace this if you really wanted. You could take this and this off, and then go right for Float Like a Butterfly for extra crit. But because this is meant to be like the ease of use build really, it's really good for new players. Or even good players because it's just so fun to use. You can just like continuously hold M1 and not a single enemy can hurt you. In this middle tree, we're just taking punching above 1's weight and a Hive City Brawler because damage and tankiness, which this class really needs. Then in this right side, our only purpose is sample collector, although extra pouches is really useful because it means we get an extra chem grenade. But the main purpose is really just sample collector, because we can replenish our stims faster. Speaking of stims, we're going for 100% viscosity, so really long cooldown, but we're going with rending and pure fire rate. And this just makes your DPS like so insane. So this doesn't require a lot of like setup. You literally just have to kill 3 elites. Oh, redid it too early. 3 elites and you're already at your max stacks. And this is when you're at your prime. This thing literally just tears through everything besides... Oh, I keep reloading way too soon. Everything besides crushes. Like 3,700 DPS, like... This thing is unbeatable, I guess. So yeah, the DPS on this thing is just absolutely insane. Alongside that, anytime you get a crit, you are literally immune to all melee and ranged attacks. You can still get burnt, but that should be kind of obvious. However, when you go to crushes, our damage isn't looking so good. Which is why we're taking rending on both the ability and stim. Because, let me just, I guess I can show off the knife too. Not your greatest crusher killing, but it gets the job done. So, let's build up our 3 stacks again, and then I'll just show off this crusher killing. So, stim, Desperado, and yeah, 4,000 DPS on crushes. And every other enemy in the game, it just gets deleted. Okay, I had to reload there, but... yeah, you can see how we're just deleting every enemy so insanely quick. Okay, once our stim runs out, our DPS against crushes basically halves, even like a third. So yeah, we really do need our stim plus Desperado for killing crushes. However, in aurics, crushes aren't that common, honestly, and you probably should have your cooldowns up by the time you find one. Except something like, you know, the scab melee one, the Maelstrom. In Havoc, this isn't as viable. You need your running stim up more alongside Desperado, which is what that chemical dependency build is for, since in this build you will have your cooldown up more often alongside your stim, because we're only using this. But let me just continue with this for now. So yeah, this thing just melts through anything in the game. It's really, really fun to use. You can also just sprint around while using this, because I think it's because like it's a nimble weapon or something, I don't know. But you can run around while shooting, which makes it really fun, especially since in Desperado you actually have infinite stamina, which means you can you have no consequence of just running around the map. So yeah, it's a really simple build to use, honestly. Your chem grenades are really useful against bulwarks, because sometimes these guys will just spawn in packs and they kind of just block all of your shots like this. So you have to wait for them to like attack if you actually want to deal any damage to them. So chem grenades can just help bypass that. Another issue kind of is scab rages. You have to just make sure you go for the head, because the chest is carapace. Unlike every other enemy where you can just like unload bullets, these guys you actually have to pick your targets a little more. You can even go for the legs, really. But heads are just more damage, so why not? Against hordes, this thing tears through them again. Let me just spawn a horde, in fact. Get like, I don't know, 20 of these guys. Make them attack me even. And without Desperado, these guys do take quite a lot of shots to kill. Especially since they have like flak chest and stuff. Definitely not a challenge. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Let's just go Desperado then. With Desperado, you're just melting these guys. Like, they're just basic, like foxwalkers now. Yeah, really easy to use against hordes. To show off. I mean, we've already seen the elite killing of this thing. Oh, okay. We've already seen the elite killing of this, but, you know, again, we just go around. Oh, oops. You know, we just melt everything, even Wallace to the chest. Literally our only problem is crushes and bulwarks, in a way. The boss, actually, specials. You can probably infer from our elite DPS that we melt these guys. Even mutants, you can just shoot them and you still reach like what, 3.5k DPS. Dogs, you can melt them in like less than a second. Showing let me talk. Showing off boss DPS. Let's just spawn a few of these guys so we can get our stacks going, and then I'll spawn a boss. Where is he? Let's just do a play Ogren. So we kill these guys, make him invisible. We use our stim and Desperado, and you can just see that DPS. Go for the head if you can, obviously, but you know, not necessary. So yeah, we killed that guy in like what, 15 seconds about. We still have our stim up, which was 20 seconds. Didn't see the exact time, but yeah. Sub 20-second kill when you have just killed some elites is really, really nice. Not even including our chem grenade and the fact that our buff ran out midway through the fight. Yeah, this build, extremely powerful. I can also show off how you're immune to melees during thing. So good. Just spawn these guys. So obviously these guys will do damage. If we go in Desperado and we just shoot, anytime we just like shoot, as you can see, his attacks just went right through us. Kinda hard to show with rages, I guess, but look, as you can see there, took no damage. So yeah, this build is really easy to use, honestly, and very fun. My main build in auric if I'm using Desperado. However, if you're going into Havoc, then this might be the build for you, because chemical dependency is just a much better keystone for Havoc, since cooldown plus your stim is on a much shorter cooldown. So like obviously your DPS is lower with this thing, but your uptime is way higher. Like, we're not killing this guy as fast, only 2.5k DPS, but we're gonna have Desperado and our stim up like 10 times more often, which is like the true value of this. It's consistency versus like, you know, pure fun potential, I guess. First we have to obviously build up to those stacks. I think swapping out keeps the stacks, and just, there we go. Okay, much faster way to build up our stims. There. Okay, we're at 4 stacks with our stim up. And the DPS isn't as good as the other build. However, your uptime is obviously much higher, because Desperado goes to, I believe, about a 24-second cooldown, I saw somewhere, when you have all 4 stacks of dependency. So yeah, this is just basically your Havoc build. Again, your stim is on a super short cooldown, so crushes constantly coming in won't be as big of an issue, although you do struggle to kill them more. And again, chem grenade, because it's chem grenade and it's extremely broken. It just kills everything in the game. I guess we can show the boss killing for this build. We don't need any setup besides obviously generating our 4 stims and using those. But the DPS is still decent in my opinion. Okay, I don't know why I did that. Okay, invisible, there. As you can see, the stim will it run out. I did miss a few shots, so that definitely skewed it a little. I could have killed this guy the last magazine, but I missed a few shots. Yeah, the DPS is still really good, and obviously your stim is on basically half the cooldown, and your Desperado is on 40% less cooldown, which means more uptime, and more often you'll be able to actually do that compared to the other build. Although with the other build, obviously your DPS overall is higher, your highs are really high and your lows are like okay. This build, you're basically always at your high. So yeah, those are the 2 builds. Extremely powerful builds, especially for new players. And I hope you guys have a good day, and you should see some gameplay at the end. So yeah, see ya. Goodbye, goodbye.
Our deeds are necessary. All else is irrelevant. At least you ain't got left.
good things happen. Next time, bring the real gun. Keep your face down, Sprite. Fire into it now!
roof opened up for Valkyrie access, and we'll send in the extraction team. The roof's gonna be a giveaway as to what you're up to, so expect friends.
There's not enough fires in the Imperium to burn away all the wickedness of witches!
Roof up, people!
For a timer! For freedom! Medston! Hello! Ammo! You just do what you do, so long as you don't get in my way.
Medicate
Most of the stiffs. Nice to know this wasn't wasted.
Loyalists in the amphitheater. I repeat, loyalists in the amphitheater.
Someone doesn't sound happy.
Got some Medicaid here. Get that! Hospital! Target environment! Oh no! No metals!
rain was not enough!
Prison bomb!
Yes,
Prison bomb!
Release your fury!
Crosses are in cover! Who's got them running down?
I am no one.
Target sighted! Muting! Master punch! Looks like the Emperor ain't with you after all! Drop out! Another target down!
Evening.
You've got heavy mugger! Coming for you, that freeze!
Very nice.
Target down!
Extraction's
Okay.
inbound. Nice work. Now let's see what those stims can tell us.
The freedom! For the country! Love it!
All right.